We've learned Carmella has not been honest with you about who she is.
Like about what?
The person you've been messaging with for the last several years is not the same woman in the pictures and videos.
Like at all? Like, do you guys know who it is? Or like, is it?
There's a lot that we don't know, but after you gave us Carmella's number, we reached out, and it took a while, but eventually we made contact. We talked to them for a bit, and the person admitted that they're not who they've been telling you that they are.
You want Daddy's blanket to cover up with?
I do.
My name is Amanda. I'm 31 years old. I live in Eunice, Louisiana, but I am currently visiting my sister in Marietta, Ohio. Okay, lay down.
I am.
Earlier this year, I lost my husband, Jason, to his battle with cancer.
Hey! One more time.
It's been so hard without him, but having my kids helped me because I have to take care of them and be there for them. I love you. When Jason was sick, he had told me he wanted me to find love again and move on. You know, he was like, it's not fair for you to live your life alone. Also, like, the kids need someone in their lives. And it wasn't fair, like, to him if I just lived my life, you know, not finding love again. And of course, you know, I didn't expect to. After Jason passed away, I tried to keep occupied and busy, so I definitely watched a lot of social media videos. It was just an escape from everything going on in the real world. One night, my friend was doing a live stream challenge on TikTok. My friend kept winning, and the guy who lost was being so silly, and I was like, oh, he's cute. On TikTok, you can pay to send people gifts, so I sent him a rose, which is worth like less than $1. Later in that day, he sent me a private message. Over the next couple days, we messaged back and forth, and before I knew it, we were talking on the phone every day and night, and I was just completely opening up to him. And then I think I sent him a photo or something of me, and he was like, I want you to be only mine. And so it kind of went from there.
It's really hot here in Bucharest, you know? It's really hot.
My name is Razvan. I have 26 years old, and I live in Bucharest, Romania.
What are you saying there, Karen? Oh, you want one more? No, I cannot take my t-shirt off.
I'm an actor, singer, and social media influencer. I'm very ambitious. My main goal in my career is to be a great actor and have a lot of movies. I always wanted to be an actor since I was young because I saw these movie stars. I saw Sylvester Stallone, I saw Arnold, I saw Van Damme. And I told myself, I want to be like them in one day.
Okay, for you guys. For you, one more. Okay, it's enough. It's enough.
But it's hard to make a living to be an actor in Romania. So another income is by doing lives on TikTok. People can tip you with gifts like roses, there are cars, there are different emojis. It's just a present. And I can change those gifts in money.
Well, no, maybe one more, but you know, you gotta drop something for your boy there. Anything, you know?
My best month doing live streams was $2,000. But to make more money, touch my body. Ooh, just touch my body. You need to be flirty, you need to be more sexy, you need to do a lot of crazy things.
Makes me put some chocolate on me.
Social media is great. This platform where you can meet people all over the world. But the best thing is because of social media, I meet with Amanda. Me and Amanda, we are dating for 4 months. I realized that I fall in love from the first hour.
I'm Riley, I'm 48 years old, and I live in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. I've been trying to rebuild my jazz collection. I had over 20,000 albums, but in 2000, had a house fire and I lost everything. I'm originally from Southside, Jamaica, Queens, and growing up in New York, music was a big part of my life. I wasn't very popular growing up. I was not the cool kid. So it was my outlet, right, my thing. And it just made me feel less alone. This is jazz, and then it goes into 70s soul and R&B, and then it goes into the really obscure, like Elton John's, and every Elton John's album I have.
Why?
Because it's Elton John. But my main thing is jazz. So I see colors, you know, when I hear music, especially jazz. It's like a dance. You know, that rhythm. When you're listening to jazz, you gotta have this. My cigars. It's just fun. When I play jazz music, I light up a good cigar. Yo, that's my world. That's the life. That's the life. I work in public safety for the U.S. government, and before that, I was in the military for 8 years. You know, with my job, the training that I received, I have to think of the most insane thing that could possibly happen and how will we prepare for it. That trained me to not let my guard down. So I think it's very difficult for me to not have it bleed into my personal life. Good girl, the good girl. I try to be more trusting and let people in, but I always get hurt. I was in a serious relationship with someone, and one day I went to her apartment, and she went and opened the door. It was just ringing the bell, and I felt it in me. There was something up, so I went straight to her bedroom, and there was a guy in the closet, and I knew him. She met him through me. Come on. That was too much for me. I was in a dark place, and I was very, very lonely. So, like a couple weeks later, I downloaded a Vietnamese dating app. Since I wasn't sleeping at night, my thought process is, hey, when it's nighttime here, it's daytime there, I could find somebody to talk to. And then I met Violet.
I caught you smiling.
Violet is from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and she's 43 years old.
I swear that the world has stopped for the beautiful smile I see.
She's beautiful. I think she's beautiful. She's like, she don't even look her age. Like, it's crazy. And I felt like there was a connection. Ever since then, we've just been chatting, you know, and calling each other pretty much daily for 2 years.
I'm Violet. I'm 43 years old, and I live in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Wow, chiều rồi mà còn 60 nữa. Trong năm con mua mấy thứ? I am a primary school teacher. I teach math. I love my job because I love children. I am a Swiss woman. Chua này nhiêu ký? Chua 35.000. Trời ơi, gì mắc vậy? But I'm also a strong woman. I always get my way. Hồ Chí Minh là một cái thành phố lớn, gần là một thành phố công nghiệp, văn hóa, khoa học, gần như là lớn nhất nước, chứ không phải lớn bậc nhất. Tuy nhiên mà cái việc mà hẹn hò và tìm kiếm một cái người mà phù hợp với tôi thì không đơn giản. Tôi có một mối hôn nhân trước đây là 15 năm và tôi có 2 người con gái. Tôi cảm thấy là chồng cũ của tôi á, anh ấy không có hỗ trợ cho tôi nhiều về mặt tinh thần lẫn như về mặt tài chính và chăm sóc các con. So then I divorced. Cái sự mà kết thúc hôn nhân nó đã làm cho tôi á, có nhiều cái trải nghiệm về cuộc sống, cũng giống như là đã khiến cho tôi trở thành một cái người phụ nữ độc lập và mạnh mẽ như ngày hôm nay. Nhưng mà có một số người hiện nay rất là gia trưởng. Riêng cá nhân tôi thì tôi không thích là một người đàn ông mà phải bắt tôi phải sống theo ý của anh ta. Cái mình cứ nghĩ là thôi kệ để thử một cái người nước ngoài coi nó có khác người Việt chỗ nào không. The man I'm dating, he's Riley. I met Riley in dating app. I love dog, and his profile have cutie dog, and Riley really cute too.
Have a great day. Violet. Just, you know I'm thinking about you. Talk to you later, okay, baby girl? Bye.
I'm Sheila, and 31 years old from Cebu, Philippines. My son, John Real, he's 12 years old. He makes me laugh. He makes me smile every day. He always sing, Ma, smells me, my face farting. Naisutan dito, giluto ko balay. Uli yata tao ha. Lagi. Oh, yari sa koy. My son and I don't have a lot, but we do the best we can with what we have. In my house, we don't have own running water, so we have to get bucket to the water pump and carry it into my home. kapoy. Me and my son and my parents live together. My boyfriend's name is David. He's from Omaha, Nebraska. I met him online. On the first I saw him, he said, he's a nice man. After a few days we meet, we started to talk every day. We always video chat, but I don't know much sign language, so it's hard to understand each other. But I fell in love with his heart. David treats me like a queen, and I feel butterflies every time we talk.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. My name is Meisha. I'm 43 years old from Blaine, Minnesota. I work full-time for the Catholic Church as the Director of Pastoral Care, helping people connect with God in their final moments.
Give us
this day our daily bread. For many years, I worked as an on-air journalist. And in many ways, I lived a very glamorous life. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. I was not raised with any religion, but over a decade ago, I had a pretty profound spiritual awakening. While I was vacuuming my living room, I had a vision of two huge suns suspended out of the sky in front of my window. And the first thing that I thought was, am I having a heart attack? I was terrified. And I started to slink down to the ground, almost as if something was pushing me down. And there was a voice that was seared into my mind that told me to pray. And then I was led to the Bible. So I read it straight through to the very last paragraph of Revelation. And that led me to the steps of the Roman Catholic Church. After my divorce, I had a full social life. I was the fun party girl at the bar and going out all the time. I had a lot of friends, and it was a blast. Oh my gosh, this dress. Okay, so this is one that I wore to an event for the sexiest singles in Philadelphia. It shows like a lot of side boob. Back then, I was always meeting people and I would go on dates. Usually they were handsome men. People were really, really successful, and when they took you out on a date, they would really do it up. One in particular, he got a helicopter, stuff like that. It was really, really cool. But post-conversion, things got real lonely real fast. The things that I was interested in doing were starting to change. All I could talk about was the Bible and going to church. And I could just feel people kind of go, that's too much. And I understood it, but it felt very lonely. I felt super lost and isolated until I started talking to someone across the world. He is the most incredible human being that I have ever met. Everything was just so in sync. Our heart, our soul, our mind. I am absolutely in love with the man.
نيكولا تعال ماما ساعدني صعب علي اطلع
شو بدك تطبخي هسه؟
تعال خذ تعال
My name is Nicola and I am 46 years old. I live with my mom. We live in Israel in a city called Nahariya. Living with my mom, it's very hard. She don't hear good. وين حاطين السمك؟
ها؟
وين السمكات؟
ويش؟
السمكات وين؟
يا هون طلعتهم.
But it's here in the Galilee traditional. You live with your parents until you get married.
Hey.
I live a simple life, devoting myself to the Lord. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. I became devout Catholic, not because my mom or my dad, they didn't go to the church. It's because my grandmother, she was a Catholic nun in Nazareth. My grandmother always taught me about praying the rosary, going to Mass, since I was like 6, 7 years old. My normal day is I wake up in the morning, I pray to God, and then I work on my Catholic website. This is my website. It's a traditional Catholic novenas, traditional prayers in the Catholic Church that last for 9 days. I have almost 500,000 visitors in the website per month. People forgot the novena, so I'm trying to return it back to every Catholic house. That's my mission. Israel contains only 2% Catholic. There's not a lot of option for someone like me to find a partner. I don't look to dates. I pray to God. I trust you. You will send me the right woman at the right time. I never believed that I will have any relationship with divorced women from America, but you know, when you give your life to Jesus and you trust him, God do things that you don't expect. When I saw Meisha in the social media 7 years ago, she was very lost. She wants somebody to lead her to God. So I sent her a message.
And he said something to the effect of, you don't know me, but this is the most important thing in your life. I had already had my conversion experience in my living room at that point, but I was still newborn baby learning about my faith. And his message hit me at the exact right moment when I needed to hear it. That's God.
Are we live? We're live. We're live. 3, 2, 1. This is Chet Steiner reporting from Twin Cities, Minnesota. Outside of a Halloween party now, we're going to go inside and see what everything's all about. Stay tuned for more.
My name's Christian. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm 30 years old.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
People would describe me as the life of the party, for sure. When I go out, I like to dance. I like to drink a cocktail. I love to make people laugh.
Now, can we get a comment from the cow, please?
When it comes to dating, I've dated many types of women. I have been called starry-eyed Christian before, where I'm really, really infatuated with somebody for a time, and then maybe it just doesn't work out, and then as soon as they're gone, somebody else is there. I've had a few serious relationships. During the pandemic, I even eloped with a girlfriend of mine, but I ended up getting it annulled later that year. I'm never really settling. I'm really looking for somebody that I want to spend the rest of my life with, a companion, a partner. There's something about that dynamic of a husband and wife that no matter what, at the end of the day, you have somebody to come home to that I've always been longing for.
And I think with Cleo, I may have found that.
Cleo to me is like a princess from another planet. She's a model from Italy. She lives in London. She's extremely gorgeous. She's wonderful. She's very genuine.
Cleo and I first started talking on social media almost a year ago.
I was just scrolling and saw her. She has this humor that just cracks me up. And if a girl can make me laugh, I tend to crush pretty easy. It started off as very friendly, but soon it started to snowball into something that was more. And it slowly evolved over time where I got really strong feelings for her. Even though I've never met her before, I feel extremely close to her. And probably for the last 4 months, we've been on a video call every single night and sometimes for hours at a time. But Cleo is really different from women that I've dated in the past.
I'm Cleo. I'm 32 years old. I'm a student and a model. And I'm autistic. It's putting my sunflower lanyard on and my headphones to kind of block the noise. This is very noisy for me. My sunflower lanyard, this is a signal that I have an invisible disability. So just in case if I have a panic attack or if anything happens, it will help people identifying that. Autism is a neurodevelopmental condition. It affects the way a person perceives things and processes things. It causes me to have difficulties regulating my senses, so I can get very easily overstimulated by various things, such as social settings, especially parties or noisy environments. It affects my ability to make decisions. So I am really drawn to making sure that everything is predictable to an extent. And throughout my life, being autistic has posed a lot of challenges. Growing up as an undiagnosed autistic person, I was subjected to a lot of bullying because I was different. I used to try my hardest to suppress and try and mask my symptoms. For example, I would try and socialize the way other people do. I would go as far as to writing down ways of saying or reenacting conversations and preparing conversations in front of the mirror, but I still failed miserably sometimes, and it was just really, really hard. On the positive, I feel that being autistic allows me to be unapologetically myself, and I am proud of that.
My name is Statler. I'm 33 years old, and I live in Irving, Texas. No, that was weird. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. What were we talking about? I don't remember.
Usually there'd be like ants or maybe some spiders. Oh, here's something.
I relate to bugs because nobody notices them, and they're weird. And it's unpopular to like them. It's me, in a nutshell.
I got into bugs when I was like 5 or 6 years old. They became like my little friends.
Growing up, people thought I was different, that I was weird, that I was strange.
Ants!
I have a little something, a little neurospiciness called ADHD. It's basically a neurodevelopmental disorder that makes me either hyper-focus, 1000% all in, or zero focus at all over the place. I think a lot of people think that they have it, but I really, 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 really have it. I was adopted day one, picked up by another family. My parents already had 2 boys. They wanted to make sure that they had a girl. The only way that you can guarantee that you have a girl is if you adopt one, at least back in those days. I do believe my parents had the best intentions, but I never felt like I really measured up. My brothers were like the golden children. They got perfect grades, they were involved in sports. There was nothing that they couldn't do. I had terrible grades, I was constantly failing. I think I just kind of always feel like I'm going to disappoint my parents. So, coming out and being gay felt like another disappointment. But as I got older, I decided I needed to live life on my terms. I really wanted to explore my sexuality. And I got lots of women, sometimes multiple women in a night. I loved the ladies and they loved me. I usually try to show my creativity for like a first date. So I usually do a scavenger hunt. Everyone gets a gift. It's nice to go on a date with me. I wish I was taking myself out on dates.
How many dates does it take to get someone in the bedroom?
What? The first date, yeah. I feel like I'm definitely more experienced than the average Joe or Jane. I've had sex in a church while church was happening. I've had sex in an elevator, a busy elevator with people, the doors opening, people looking in. I'm a freak. Having a good sex life is really important, but love is the most important thing. 100%. It's all I want. It's all I've ever wanted. I want unconditional love. And I've had many relationships, but I haven't had a single successful one. So since things weren't working with women here, 7 months ago, I decided to switch my dating app location to England. For some reason, I'm into girls with an accent, specifically an English accent.
Why is that?
Because it's so freaking hot, isn't it? And that led to me finding the most amazing woman I've ever met.
Hi, babe. I just wanted to send you a video because I miss you.
My girlfriend's name is Dempsey. She's 28 years old and she lives in Darlington, England. I remember looking through her pictures and I was like, dang, this girl is really hot. She just walked out of a wet dream. So messaged her and she responds with a voice note.
Hi, by the way. I hope you're having a good morning. I think I asked you if your name is Statler or Statler or either. I'm guessing Statler. That's what I think.
If you could fall in love with someone's accent or someone's voice, I fell in love right then. Whew. And now, after 7 months of talking every day, I'm flying out to England next week to meet Dempsey in person. Home cooking. I foresee this relationship changing everything, and I'm gonna get married to this girl. I really do believe that. I think that she's gonna be my forever person.
My name is Tyray. I'm 33 years old, and I live in Modesto, California. Man walking by with a red hat and a blue sweater. I'm not a musician, but I did pick up the ukulele because I noticed that everyone who plays it looks happy. I get along with everyone. I like meeting new people. I'm pretty outgoing and I'll talk a lot. But I feel insecure sometimes too because of my weight. It's always been a struggle. I've always been a big guy. I feel like the insecurity from my weight did prevent me from having a relationship. I'm afraid to put myself out there because of rejection. So it's really embarrassing to admit I'm like 33 years old and still a virgin. Family is everything to me. My mom moved in with me about a year ago. We are sharing a 1-bedroom apartment, so we're pretty cramped. How's it feel? Is it too tight?
Still.
It's still sore.
Yeah.
Last year, my mom found out she had a tumor in her brain. They removed the tumor, and then the next day, the doctor called us to the hospital and told us that she had a stroke. How's that? That hurt? Yeah. And on that shoulder. I was in shock. I didn't know what to do, and I was very afraid that I was gonna lose my mom. Keep going. I'm not ready to get back in those hills. Start walking. My mom, she raised us all by herself. Money was very hard. We were homeless a few times. My mom had to make a lot of sacrifices for us, so I felt like I owed her to actually say, hey, you know, this is more important right now, to put what I wanted on the back burner for her. It's been really difficult. Like, my social life is pretty much gone. But honestly, I don't mind, because I do have Carmella. My girlfriend's name is Carmella, and she's 27 years old, and she lives in Barbados. She is this hot, thick, beautiful woman, this goddess, like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion combined. Like, she has all that. I met Carmella on an online dating site. Me and Carmella chat every day about everything. From like random stuff to our plans for the future. We've been talking for almost 4 years now. And I would describe it as like a soulmate connection, like we're made for each other. I've never been in love before, but this feeling I feel for Carmella is just like warm. Almost like heartburn, but like a good heartburn. We only communicate on Snapchat, but we do have, you know, naughty Snapchat sessions. We do send like sexy pictures and video, you know.
What's that?
You know, the booty.
Is it ever over video? Or?
Unfortunately not. She's never video chatted me.
Do you ever ask her to video chat you?
No. I did once, but she didn't say anything, so I didn't really, I took it as a no.
Can we step outside to talk real quick? Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Tyray, we've learned some information about Carmella that I need to let you know.
Okay.
After we talk about this, if you decide that you don't want to keep filming, let me know. And also, if you decide after we talk that you don't want us to use any of the footage that we've already filmed, that's okay. Just let me know.
Okay.
We've learned Carmella has not been honest with you about who she is.
Like about what?
The person you've been messaging with for the last several years is not the same woman in the pictures and videos.
Like at all? Like, do you guys know who it is, or like, is it?
There's a lot that we don't know, but after you gave us Carmella's number, we reached out, and it took a while, but eventually we made contact. We talked to them for a bit, and the person admitted that they're not who they've been telling you that they are. So the person you've been messaging with is a man.
Wow.
I'm sorry.